Ablade abi wananye eko Mbn sho biniji nyomai enyo ke idre otukwaja nyon ye afi akpe enyo nyomai enyo ke ekpamli na shemo ni shwanene wobo ana woke ba hanye shemo ne keji ote Facebook ke YouTube obanya kwaye Mbn 360 minaja modote shidana wabote sajam nye ha wokwa oti ye ni ye shemo ekome
Mansomo ni chumo he ni ko manyebu sajiano efolotu ye mo gbegbe wojinfe amin kebolima. Yes, shika kedra yeli sajiamni PURC ku eke fodran kaneke mu jaraihi ke hama wenyo shishije. Ni ye manse sajamni uwe chuchu Zambia maye nyelo weku eyekunim keshi amralwe kenko efu ke yarafe modbejano tuyi.
Sajene meke ekokome ahejino nyebanu ye Mbn Adafitwaa Ii Mbn sajene di enchemi butemone. Mansomo ni chumo he ni ko mahebu sajene ye Ghana ne efolotu ihe mogbegme wojinfe amli kebolima ni gbejano to he emi bi ni tucheme asa amengma ke ha gbegme wojin eko ni baajeshishi echenchon.
Shake moye kedra shemo ye amanie bomlie Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak ye ake na nifane bawa ke kudotu yemomli ni ehamamli hu afe shesheshe yegbejano tu nkwemo ni fe momli lamli nkwemo ye chofan gboyin ahita amli ke tu yemo chosemo dani abangmegbe ni onini ashe ogbegme wolono ke ha tu yemo manson lo chomling ake ato chake moye ahigbejano ake na ajemo ke ha na agbai anoni awele ke nkotu yemo ni esa kenoni gbegme wojin behe hiwon onupa eke gbejano to he bawa ke ha akontabu ke tui anokwemo ke agbene eba akweni me ni sape ahie tui kebolima.
That come forward to register sidearms or firearms are now using them to commit suicide. In the last 2 months, we've seen increase. Now we are introducing mental health. Before we give you the sidearm, we have to be sure that you have the mental stability to hold the firearms.
Secondly, Takrade Metro Director Keha National Disaster Management Organization Niji Nadkweni
Kumo bajishi
assessment activity that were created and lacked the integrity to stand. But for the first phase of the exercise, we have identified about 88 of them within the metropolis. We have some within Sekendi, we have some within Takoradi, and others also within the Iskadu-Katen sub-metros. We have started after the identification of the structures. One, the first process is to identify the actual owners. One, we have been able to get about 6 of them, and then for the 6, we have written letters to them. Over 70% of them, of the 88 so far identified as residential structures, some of them do not even house anyone. They are just buildings situated there. That is very even difficult to identify the owners. Some of them have been taken over by people with mental challenges.
Mlawo kpehenyo ke ha yendi oshikifon akuchu Abdul Fattah Al-Hassan ewie ake mahinyelo John Dramani Mahama echencho bahara mansolo ke ha defense ke environment ke fata amralo modern bomu ke basha mansolo amiehi.
From within, for which reason he's not appointing these 2 ministers. The president knows what he's doing. And at appropriate time, he would announce the 2 ministers. He wants, my understanding is that he wants it to even be part of the entire reshuffle.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So that is what is being cooked for us. And for your education, at least I'm a legal practitioner. There's no way in our constitution that provides for the establishment of environment minister or even a defense minister. There's no such provision in our constitution. Our constitution only talks about 1 minister. The entire constitution is only attorney general. Even finance minister. Yeah. No, there's no constitutional provision that tells the president on those things. So the president appoints ministries and ministers based on his strategy.
Mlale lokpana yegana ne chachuchi kata kekokobo eha NDC masidanata omoku amralwe kenshi yicho ngomo yenichumomli ni ewu amenga ake ameha akamonichumo uti ni yewo aha amehigbe keni na mose chele ke hagana.
Ekeriamo uti alo keynote address for Jang. Yeni chomo ke kujemo ni fe monite no yegane ke kadi chuchu mahie nyelo Jerry John Rawlings ni echon ise afi nyoma ikpawo ke nehu bijon yeli yeni fe mo yicho alo uti no ake from revolution to the Fourth Republic, the Rawlings legacy. Chikata keshise yamo ke hani chumono chamo ye NDC masidanata omoku emli ni ewoku enga ni beke bife amekwe amehe ke amemodembo ye
NDC. We must hold each other accountable to our ideas. So, probity and accountability indeed form the bedrock of the work of national reconstruction, restoration of confidence in politicians, but probity and accountability are not sufficient. Nation building, economic development tasks are not about rhetorical slogans. They involve hard work, smart decision making, and the building of institutions. They involve establishing capacities.
Mefio Anadalo Alexander Afenyomakin Eriejogbang Keshi Nokoni second majority whip Kemla Wokpehenyo Kehabia East Oshikifon.
The young widows, somebody who is just in her 30s or early 40s and going through that situation, sometimes opportunity to remarry is not there, and you live your whole life with kids, and you have to find a way of making them survive. It doesn't come easy. Speaker, I will support a call by this House to put in place, to recommend a social intervention program to be introduced and implemented by government to support widows in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, when we talk about widows, Achampo, to make certain suggestions. Speaker, I don't want to what he himself said. I will plead with him to pick the video, watch again, and come back and perhaps retreat, because the path he chose was quite a dangerous one. I don't want to repeat them. You are a colleague leader. Look at what you said. Perhaps it was unintended, but what you put out, look at it again. Speaker, we need a strong public advocacy. A strong public advocacy. The rights these widows have, even in the extended families of their husbands. Because, Mr. Speaker, most of them do not even know their rights under our custom. So sometimes people bully them and they only submit. It's painful. They go through a lot of emotional torture. They go through a lot of psychological torture. It is therefore important that, Mr. Speaker, we don't just make this statement and leave it there. Widows go through this trauma because after losing their husbands, they have children to take care of. Even property sharing sometimes is a problem.
Must take on board. I believe that my deputy whip, the affirmative action bill clearly requires that in sharing national opportunities, we give women their fair share. If we religiously comply with these legislations, in the end, we will not have a disproportionate number of men who will be better positioned than women, and ultimately, when either gender, women don't get as much. But if we implemented the affirmative action bill and the law that we have passed, women will have so much that perhaps many years to come, there will be a fair balance. Whether it's a woman who has passed or a man who has passed, the remaining partner will be equally positioned to take care of themselves. I think this is the context in which my colleague, Honorable Achampong, was making his comment. Mr. Speaker, I also believe that this House has before it the Interstate Succession Bill. We have an Interstate Succession Bill currently before us in this House to show our commitment to widow inure to the benefit of widows. So, Mr. Speaker, let us fast-track the passage of the Interstate Succession Bill. I believe that it is to follow up on work that was done many years ago when 111. So the journey, Jerry John Rawlings and the PNDC, and in particular, let me commend advocating for us to expedite the passage of the Interstate Succession Bill. Many of us in this chamber are the handiwork of widows. Many of us lost our fathers when we were very young, and it is our mothers who have made us what we are today. And they made us what we are today at a time when they were widows.
Support security agencies with credible information. Reject silence in the face of illegality. Peace is not mere the absence of conflict. It is the presence of safety, trust, and respect for human life. Ghana's future must not be compromised by illicit arms. Our children deserve classroom, not fear. Our communities deserve safety, not violence. As part of the post-amnesty measures, government will organize the 8th Armed Destruction Ceremony on Thursday, 9th of July 2026 at the Police Depot, Tassanom, Accra at 10 a.m. At this event, over 2,000 seized and surrendered firearms will be destroyed.
Yes, Sanjin Koko May Amliye, Mlawo Pehenyo Keha Pusiga Oshikifon Akuchum, Anunyamo Ladi Ayi Ayamba, Echeni Abomodeng Atobejano, Yema Nishumoye Amli, Ehakpajeloi, allow persons with disabilities.
Mr. Speaker, the issue of disabilities is a very big problem that actually needs to be delved into more. We are doing our best, and I know very well that even the current president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has made sure that persons with disability in education are being supported to go further. In the district assemblies, we have a quota from the district assemblies to support them. But we need to do more, because if you observe the situation, many of them are neither in education or even have skills. Mr. Speaker, we need to encourage persons with disabilities who can, because some of them cannot, to acquire skills and then be supported to be able to work for themselves. It will go a long way to help. There are some of them, when you watch, they are able to work for themselves. On this, our route, the Osu route here, I have seen one young man, Mr. Speaker, who is always in a wheelchair and selling earbuds, nail cutters, and what have you. But looking at him, you could see that if he is given and wouldn't be on the street, which is more dangerous for him. Mr. Speaker, our schools, our social places, you would observe that persons with disabilities, especially those who cannot walk, When they get there, sometimes when there is no lift or the lift is spoiled, so Mr. Speaker, it is because they cannot work. It prevents them from working and from undertaking a lot of social activities. So they are considered under disability. Are we considering that? And this should be hammered to the districts.
Kemlawo Pehe Sanjamli no Minority Chief Whip Kemlawo Pehe Nyokeha and Sawom Adrejiri Anunyamo Frank Anodompre Eche Amralwe Nebo Modern Ake Kwajeloy allow persons with disabilities say Bana wa mo ni same ye Ghana mline ashishi.
Our compatriots are not asking for sympathy. They are not saying that they should be sympathized with necessarily. They are asking that by law they are given the necessary support as is given to every citizen of this country. It shouldn't be the case that the impression is out there that they are asking for sympathy. That is not the case. The conversation and the narrative for the past decade has been sustained, and then it dovetailed into the passage of Act 715, the 2006. That bill was passed into an act. So it is not the case that it's been nothing. Some meaningful and significant interventions have been staged in this context. However, our compatriots have communicated with clarity that what is being given to them, it's like a poultry support. Like a poultry support. And the call for that act to be reviewed is anchored on three legs. One, that in terms of employment quota, you're not calling more than a 5% employment quota to be given to our colleagues and our compatriots with this challenge. They are also calling for some partial and absolute tax exemption. In this House, we passed a number of tax exemptions to corporate bodies who, a few of them have raised issues. They are asking for a tax exemption. They are also saying that there should be, the honorable, my colleague was saying that we should appeal, we are appealing. We should go beyond the appeal. There should be penal enforcement mechanism so that companies and corporate bodies or even individuals who by law are mandated to execute certain deliverables don't do it. It cannot be the usual former Nyame expression. No, you can't call. In a summary, they are saying that we should review the existing act and incorporate these three legs onto a new act that's supposed to be passed. They are also saying that the Act 715 has no ally. We passed Act 715 in 2006. It's a shame unto us as a country that from that time to now, we've just been talking about ally. And so we don't, the Act has not been given the necessary teeth to bite. That for me is a thrust of the matter.
Obado Moshe Mone no ni wofo ike wokun wo se wo ke shika ke dra ili sanje baba hanye ka chiri.
jarai etenwe ke ohamli ja etenke ese edreke nehu alo 3.49% keboli bemli ni nu jara hu etenwe ke 0.85% ku egbalamli ake ni amli nkwemo je nibi short itamo Ghana cedi eke dollar shida momli inflation chakemoy kane namo futumo ke agbene natural gas jarahi ni ewa alo jara ni etenwe ake ni no ake gbalahi wale ke fio kane ehiwo.
Nanu akabaje shi kegbina ewo na agbe shemo ni ji manses sanjam nie wekume ke ha Zambia chuchu mahie nyelo ena sepia momo keje kojomoye kenye na agba ni yano kenko erafe mo kefun egbojano to ni echon kada agbamo neba kashin yoweku eke amralo etin
wekume nke ha Zambia chuchu mahie nyelo ni echon ise eyekunim yanyese na kojomoye sani niko egbojano to ke ha erafe mo kefun he ni echon na agba yoweku ke manupai atin hinti ni agbala mandremo keba no je wekume nke manupai ni mi mpele chuchu mahie nyelo gbonyo ke efun he ye kojomoye na agbere momlie ameye sane ha mahie nyelo wekue ni bia neno ha mehegbe wulu ye yarafe mo gbejano to emli yemli ake mla gbejano to koko banye ajese aba ni feke baje no ni amralo na jemo ba fe sanine agbala kada agba mo ye Zambia kenkopo ni sake awo manupai ahie nyam keji amegboi titiri ye sanjin ni wekuke amralo eyomli meni tarase hu ewie ake sanine banye echo na agba wulu ke ha ma agbejano to mlai ashishe chomo ke gbenoni abanye achon keto manupai ni bagbo iwoseku onupai eriekonoko ake amebasa ameche sane alo ameke kojomo hie riemo bachuni.
Yo ablade abibe bi energy heni be bang me wogbani woke shane na hye moe awa sheda na obaya anya ha awa kwa otiye nijeko ye hye moe amli epom
Masomo ni chumo heni ko manyebu sajiano efolotu ye mogbegme wojinfe amli kebole ma. Yes, ika kedra yeli sajiamliye PURC ku eke fodran kaneke mu jaraihi ke hama wenyo shishije. Ni ye manse sajamli we chuchu Zambia mahie nyelo weku eyekunim keshi amralwe kenko efun ke yarafe mo gbejano toyi.
Mi moni nke hye moe ba nyegbeno shane na eji na jama odote kefe ofiche dromo oba akpewo shane ne kebiamni no nya wala don kebe ni nye yike kwewo